Chip and Dale together again.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers needs at least 2 viewings. One for the plot and a second for the many, many, many hidden cameos and Easter eggs. We're here to help you with that second viewing by telling you 25 of the ones that you might not have noticed.
Stop singing the song.
Dobby is a free elf, and he's making the most of his freedom in this movie by posing for Gucci. Nice threads, dude. Never thought I'd see the day.
Dobby is free.
Rapunzel, please save our chipmunks. The chipmunks grab a piece of Rapunzel's way too long hair in this hairy Easter egg. Apparently, even Miles Morales has swung into this film. While walking down the hive of scum and villainy that is Main Street, Chip and Dale walk past an out-of-focus wall with graffiti on it. In this graffiti hides our next big Easter egg. It is nearly identical to the expectations piece Miles Morales draws in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, while hanging with his Uncle Aaron, rest in peace. It's even been confirmed by Phil Lord himself, who was a writer and producer for the animated Spider-Man film.
Stop lying, it's true.
This Easter egg is definitely not meant for the kids watching this film. One of the animation styles Chip and Dale could have been turned into by the cartoon-altering machine shown is clearly a Ren and Stimpy style of animation. I mean, I watched Ren and Stimpy when I was a young kid, but it was probably a bit mature for me. They're not the only adult-oriented transformation either. Another animation style the machine covers is a Rick and Morty look. Morty, we're trapped in a Chip and Dale movie, Morty. Rick and Morty actually make another cameo in the film as we see a Pickle Rick fan at the convention.
I'm Pickle Rick!
As the Chipmunks work to undo a web of conspiracy, we work to undo a web of animated appendages the Chipmunks find. In the web of animated appendages we see after the Chipmunks exit the bootlegging machine, you can see the distinct hairdo of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, Mickey Mouse's hand, and many more. I wonder if Jimmy is all grown up in this universe like Sweet Pete? I hope not.
I'm thinking it's time for a Chip and Dale reboot.
Peter Pan has seen better days. The chimera creature, the result of Sweet Pete's run-in with the malfunctioning bootlegging machine, causes him to transform into a monster with parts of multiple cartoon characters. These include Wreck-It Ralph's left arm, Peter Pan's torso, Woody's left leg, Shredder's right shoulder, the left leg of Bumblebee's incarnation of Optimus Prime, a Bill Blaster on his right arm mounted just like Megatron's arm cannon, and what looks like a cross between the heads of Felicia, Marie, and the Fat Cat from the original Rescue Rangers show. What does this film and a 30-year-old man have in common? They love their Simpsons references. We've got a Simpsonized Chip and Dale, a Simpsonized kid at the Chipmunk School, and a full-on bootleg version of The Simpsons. Don't have a pig, dude.
I pachanga.
Ash Ketchum wants to catch every Pokemon, and I want to catch every Easter egg. The difference is, I have no hat, or Pokemon. There are so many Ash Ketchums in this movie. First, very quickly in the Chipmunk School cafeteria, and then there are plenty of Ash Ketchums at Comic-Con, along with Borat and Pee Wee Herman cosplayers. But they are not the only interesting cosplayer cameos in the film. Now, this one is very hidden. But at the Comic-Con, as Baloo from Jungle Book is texting on his phone, we spot the back of a fan dressed as a Witcher on the left side of the screen. Is it Geralt the Butcher of Blaviken himself? This one is another very sneaky one, but at the end, when all the bootleg characters are exiting the shipping container, a small pink creature can be seen leaving the container as well on the bottom right of the screen. This is clearly an ode to the famous dim-witted starfish from SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star.
He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
Now, I could make an argument that you can also catch a Samurai Jack cat, Woody the Woodpecker, and the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, but the characters are just different enough to make it a tough call. I wonder why they did that.
Oh, what did they do to you?
Life is hard for an ex-Disney star in this movie. Flounder from The Little Mermaid's attempt to pay his debts with a fork also offers him a chance for another Easter egg.
How about this? Isn't it neat?
This is a reference to the opening line from Ariel's famous song in The Little Mermaid. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? This was a tough one at first. I knew these two baked good cops looked familiar because they're Winchell and Duncan from Wreck-It Ralph, King Candy's henchmen. Cops, donuts. Do you get it?
Now we got him.
Shouldn't be too hard to sell insurance to someone who's a little sheepish, right? During our visit to Chip's new career, he sells insurance to a claymation sheep who looks very similar to Shaun the Sheep from Wallace and Gromit. To my knowledge, it's not a specific character, but definitely a reference to Shaun the Sheep and his friends.
I'll take the whole package.
Die-hard Phineas and Ferb fans won't consider this one very hidden, but I think most people might have been stumped. The woman selling cupcakes on Main Street is none other than Linda Flynn Fletcher, Phineas's mom. We get a Linda cameo, but no Perry the Platypus cameo? Too on the nose, I guess.
We do this sort of thing every day.
We can't touch the copyright laws to get this song included. MC doesn't make an appearance himself, but Dale does a just vague enough not to be sued impression of him, sporting an MC Hammer look without directly calling it out. What he does is called the Hammer Dance, by the way, just in case you want to go check that out for yourself.
If you do this, they might cancel the show.
No, they won't do that.
This one isn't exactly hidden, but we've got to talk about it. Bob, the Gimli-type character in the film, is pinned down at one point by Pumbaa from the live-action Lion King, Master Mantis from Kung Fu Panda, and Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens. All voice roles voiced by Seth Rogen. Also, 2 Bobs in one career? What are the odds?
What are you looking at?
Pokemon isn't the only anime to get a cameo in this movie. At the end of the film, with all the bootleg characters exiting the shipping container, a small man with blonde hair is sporting a very familiar orange ninja jumpsuit. But something has gone seriously wrong with his face. Or maybe Naruto is just much older in the movie, like Pete?
I'm not that scrawny little kid anymore.
During the same scene with the Gucci Dobby poster, Chip is strolling across the Hollywood Walk of Fame, where you can spot stars for Chun-Li from Street Fighter, Yogi Bear from, well, Yogi Bear, and a difficult-to-spot star for Samurai Jack. There's also one later on the sidewalk for Squidward. I wonder if he and Jack Nicholson hang out. 90s kids will have been the first to pick up on this Easter egg. After Doug's cancellation in 1999, Doug Funny and his dog Porkchop have apparently started up their own law practice. And unlike Sweet Pete, it looks like they haven't aged a day.
Boy, this movie sure looks familiar, Porkchop.
What Disney film would be complete without a cameo of a character older than Mickey Mouse himself? Pete, Disney's favorite go-to antagonist, appears in a bootleg version of Aladdin as Prince Ali himself. Though he's unedited by the machine, which means he might have willingly joined a bootleg film. That's actually something he would do.
Welcome to my club.
The herd of My Little Ponies at the convention center is a well-known and pretty obvious Easter egg. However, there is another unicorn-type reference hidden in the film. In an earlier scene, when a unicorn child throws up from Dale's antics in the classroom, she hilariously throws up rainbows. And not because she was eating them, or maybe she was actually. This rainbow joke is a reference to cute or magical creatures who throw up rainbows in all sorts of media, but this all started in pop culture with YouTube's most famous unicorn, Charlie the Unicorn. Not the best play of words I've ever seen, but in what feels like it could be a real movie, there is a billboard for Lego Miserable, a play on Les Miserables, the 1980 French musical turned popular film. I'd probably watch it. Another Easter egg aimed squarely at 90s kids. You gotta watch the credits to catch this one. Zoomy Goomy from the Gummy Bears TV show is sitting on a bench with an ad for Ellie's new detective agency. Now, is he magical in this movie or just a bear who dresses funny? Always remember to bring a towel. Randy Marsh from South Park is getting a steam with 2 piggies while Chip and Dale sneak into the bathhouse. Another one of those references I probably shouldn't have learned as a kid, but I did.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you remember this Elvis Presley, James Dean inspired character? Everyone's favorite self-proclaimed ladies' man makes his appearance on a billboard for fitness as Dale drives through Hollywood. Say what you will about his personality, he was pretty buff.
I've got a real thing for big, strong superheroes.
I think this Easter egg can be filed under political commentary for the film. The Chipmunks jumped past a campaign ad for Senator Butthead of Beavis and Butthead fame. I hope Beavis also landed on his feet.
Cool.
We listed a bunch of Easter eggs, but there are so many more that the movie was able to sneak in. Which was your favorite? Any big ones we missed? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching The Things Animated.